My name is Patricia Gomez, and today I will be doing my international assignment on Germany. Scenario. So to first start off, after doing much research on the country assigned, which is Germany, I've decided to email the German missions in Canada and give them an idea of how long I will be staying there and my situation. With that being said, my presentation will be on an employee who will be staying in Germany for around 6 months to 2 years, as if it's any less than 3 months, and the visa will be a little bit different. And they do want to bring their spouse, partners, or children right away or after a certain amount of time. Now, type of visa. So as mentioned before, depending on the nature of your visit and the time you will be spending there, the visa you do need to apply for will be a little bit different. We first have, for example, the Schengen visa, which is for a stay of less than 3 months, and it costs around 60 European. Next, we have the national visa, which is more long-term, and it costs around 75 European. And lastly, we have the youth mobility visa, which is for people between the ages of 18 and 35, and is definitely a great opportunity to take advantage of if you do meet all requirements. And the cost for this visa is also 75 European. For this presentation, we will be focusing on the national visa as it is more general and applicable to our situation. So general information regarding the national visa. The national visas are usually issued for long-term stays, which is up to 90 days, but can be requested for up to 1 year if that's what you need. Now, once you have entered Germany with your visa, you must apply for the residence permit as a general rule. You should get a head start on your application as soon as you know how long you're going to be staying there and where you will be staying, as the whole process may take up to several months. Also, Canadian citizens can submit their application at the competent aliens authority once they arrive in Germany, or they can submit it in Canada. For our current situation, since the individual will be working right when they get to Germany, I do suggest that you do file the application here in Canada. Another important note is that the visa that we are applying for includes the work permit. Also, a visa in Germany does allow you to visit other Schengen countries for the duration of up to 90 days for tourist purposes only. Travel documents required. So there are a number of applications that need to be filled out for when applying for this visa, and they are the application itself for the national visa and the declaration of use of mail service, which gives the applicant the opportunity to get their passport through the mail, which means they don't have to go pick it up in person. Continuation. So what is needed along with your form in order to process your application? So the work/visa requirements. In order to file your national visa, you need to bring other travel documents along with you. And before we do get into what you do need, just some general information. So it does take 12 weeks to be processed, and all resident permit holders are to register upon their first arrival. The visa fee is about $120 once translated into Canadian dollars. So examples of requirements for visa and work permit application. So as seen on the picture below in the presentation, some of the things that you may need is a valid passport, the actual visa form fully filled out, detailed job description, and flight reservation, along with the whole list over there. Next, time limit to work in the country. For the national visa, the only time limit derives from the expiration date of the visa, which is usually in 1 year. But after working in Germany for 5 years, you can apply for the settlement permit or the EU right of residence. According to the representative of the German missions in Canada, depending on the region in Germany, different processing times will occur for the renewal of your visa. For more information, the aliens authority in the region of choice should be contacted. So can a spouse, partner, common law, same-sex partner work in the country? If the spouse, partner, common law, same-sex partner wishes to work in the country, they must first apply for a family reunion for foreign spouses or children. So the requirements for this visa must be staying in Germany longer than 3 months. The visa includes the work permit and does allow you to visit other Schengen countries for the duration of 90 days, of up to 90 days, for tourist purposes only. Once the application is done, it must be submitted to the competent German aliens authority. you must prove to have basic German language skills in order to be able to apply for this visa. Are there any implications for spouse, partners who are in common law, or same-sex relationships? So a certificate of completion of a German language course level A1, according to the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, should be completed. Certificates can be issued by an institution in which testing is in accordance with the standards of the Association of Language Testers in Europe. Some exceptions do apply. So if the applicant shows sufficient German language skills by the time of the visa application, no further proof is required. If the applicant is married to a citizen of the EU other than Germany, German skills are not required. And lastly, if the applicant is married to a Canadian citizen, language skills are not required, which means that those who are married do not have to prove language efficiency, but those who are not legally married do have to abide by this requirement. So limitations or issues for working in the country, ratios, quotas, and skill requirements. So there's a 30% quota that came into effect in 2016, which indicates that larger companies should allocate 30% of their of non-executive seats to women, which is definitely important to know if you're going to be in a managerial position, which means that you may need to kind of work around this quota, or if you're an individual who may relate to this quota, it's definitely good to know. Another skill requirement is that individuals who are offered a job in Germany must be able to speak the language, and in some cases have done the A1 test in order to prove that they can efficiently speak the languages, so for foreign partners in particular. According to the representative of the German missions in Canada, depending on the region, there will be different skill requirements, ratios if existent, and any other quotas if also existent. So just to end the presentation, I did want to add the EU card, which is another form of visa, and it applies to those who identify as qualified individuals and who also have a company to sponsor them. This is also something that us HR people can look into, as this allows individuals to work there as long as the company can prove and validate their qualification, skills, and that they fit the other requirements for this visa. The only reason I did not choose this as the main visa is because there are different requirements in order to be eligible for this card, and it is also very specific to the individual's job offer, salary, etc. And this is it. Thank you so much, guys, for listening, and I hope you have a good day.